This is a Heart and Hand production.
Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast. I'm joining you today from Ibrox Stadium after Rangers defeated St Mirren by 5-1 for the first win of the Derek McInnes era, and that put us into the quarter-finals of the League Cup where we will play Celtic, but that's for another day. Today is about Rangers finally putting in a performance that was enough to get them the victory, and to say we needed a win today is an understatement of galactic proportions, because defeat was unthinkable after the start that Rangers have had. A good attendance though from fans considering that, and they got right behind the team and were rewarded. Derek McInnes had decided to go with a 4-3-3 today, and Rangers did look a lot better. It wasn't perfect, we'll come to that, but there was enough to build on today, and enough to make you go, right, okay, I can kind of see where this is going. It brought hope. And so far this season that has been in very short supply. Didn't take the Rangers long to take the lead. Jaidi Gassama, who'd be very impressive all day, broke forward. His shot was saved by the goalkeeper. As the ball came out, he competed for it, and it fell to Ryan Nadiri, who sort of nudged it with his hip up and over the defender, and it went in and was given after the first of several interminable VAR checks. It appeared that we were getting the full old SFA. Is there anything we can rule this out for treatment? And it's funny when you hear that, we shouldn't be microscopic with VAR, it's not to re-referee, and then you watch a Rangers game and you realise exactly what it's getting used for. But Rangers were in the ascendancy, and we got a second not long afterwards, and what a goal it was. New signing, Dragojevic got it. The ball came to him on the edge of the box, he chested it up, and then on the volley smashed a looping shot over the goalkeeper. A truly wonderful goal to put Rangers 2-0 up. But it wouldn't be Rangers without a defensive issue at some point, and it came not long after. Dragojevic this time was guilty of giving the ball away, attempting a square pass, and this is something that Rangers do too often. They create danger for themselves. That said, Mockry's finish was top drawer. I mean, he's absolutely thundered one right into the top corner. But again, Fernandez didn't do enough to get a block in, and that would become a focal point of the match. But for 15 minutes, St Mirren, I thought, were in the ascendancy, and Rangers really needed half-time at this point. But credit where it's due. Second half, Rangers were a lot better. One of the issues we'd had in the first half is that we were too easy to play through, and a lot of the blame for that has to go to Nico Raskin, because he was charging out of position, not winning the ball. As soon as St Mirren players seen him coming, they didn't wait for the tackle, they just passed into the space he'd vacated. That stopped in the second half, and suddenly Rangers looked a lot more solid. St Mirren obviously had to come forward, and Rangers were really dangerous on the break, something that we haven't seen before. There was an assist for new boy James Penrice, who was very good today, I felt. Slotted right in and looked at home immediately. Lovely move from Rangers. Curtis playing the ball out to him. He slid it into Gassama. A tidy finish and a deserved goal for him. He did an excellent effort, come back off the crossbar in the first half, so he deserved his goal. And 60 seconds later it was 4, and it was Penrice this time who got that. Again, good Rangers move out of midfield, and then when the ball came in at the middle, there was a bit of to and fro and a bit of argy-bargy. It broke to him, and he's finished for 4-1. St Mirren almost got back slightly into it. I don't think it would have changed too much, and again Fernandez caused it by, again, more defensive, more dawdling on the ball, then not getting close enough to his man, letting him into the box and then fouling him, and it was a penalty. The St Mirren player took it too quick, and the referee hadn't blown for it, and then made him retake it, and he missed. Well, actually, it was a really good save by Ivor Pandur, so it was a nice moment for him as well. And there was time for a fifth, and it was forgotten man Ross McCausland who got it. Excellent from Chukwani, who had a very good second half in particular. He broke forward with strength and pace, played it out wide. Penrice clipped it in. Lawrence Shanklin was so unlucky. He gets a flick on it, and it comes back off the post, and it rebounds to Ross McCausland, who puts it away for 5-1. As I say, it wasn't perfect. As I say, the midfield was too open in the first half, and Fernandez is an issue. He's gone from being, he's not at his best, to being he is an issue. And at the moment, you can only assume he's playing because we literally have no one else. But the manager is going to need to address that particular issue. But there were a lot of positives today. Gassama, it's the best I've seen in a long, long time. Nadiri was good. Shankland, when he came on, was getting into positions. He needs a goal, but he'll get them if he keeps getting to where the ball is going to drop. Curtis, when he came on, he was lively as well. The midfield was much more solid. Chukwueze looked like he was showing the form he showed when he first came here. And as I say, Penrice, who was my man of the match, and the stadium man of the match. So there's plenty to enjoy. As I say, nobody is sitting going, right, that's it, everything in the garden is rosy. But when you're trying to climb a ladder, you've got to put your foot in the first rung. Rangers hadn't managed to do it in the opening weeks of the season. We did it today. It's something to build on. And now, yeah, they've got that game against Celtic coming up. Don't look to that yet. We can only concentrate on what's right in front of us at the moment till we build up a bit of momentum. We've got Jablonec here on Thursday. That's all we're thinking about. Let's continue what we saw today and maybe we can get this season going. So thank you very much for listening. Lots more of this on Patreon. That's patreon.com/Heart and Hand. I'll be back here Thursday. Until then, enjoy going into work for the first time this season. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.